I might not want to see it, and if I don't, I will turn and look the other way when they walk past. I'm not gonna stare at them, but as long as they having a good time and they ain't ruining my life, I don't care what people do at cons.
Right. And so many people just feel they have to voice their opinion. And my opinion must be heard. Why? Why? Why does your opinion matter in that person's life? It does not. It's terrible a lot of times that people feel that they need to make someone else miserable to make themselves feel better, and it's just it's wrong, and sometimes certain people need to be dealt with. But I feel like if you feed into them, feeding the troll, well, I guess you could say, you kind of, at the same time, some people feel empowered by that.
When people say negative things on my page, they just get banned or deleted. That's the bottom line. If they say something negative about somebody else I post, or they say negative things about other people, they get deleted because I don't play that. I'll get them one time and I'll say, I don't think your comment was appropriate. If they keep doing it, then they get banned because I just don't play that type of putting negative shit on my page or doing any of that. Even though I may not want to see the person dressed like that. Maybe somebody don't want to see a skinny girl wearing booty shorts. I don't know. Maybe some people like that. And maybe they might find me repulsive or something like that. Whatever it is. But I'm not going to say nothing about nobody doing anything in any type of manner. And I think part of what would help is if some of the bigger figures out there in the community said something and stepped forward when people compare them to other people. Like, don't compare cosplayers. Yeah. This person did a better job of being this character. I don't care if 80 different people dress up as Catwoman. You may feel that I'm the best Catwoman. If you just say, I think you're the best Catwoman, I don't find that you're singling anybody out. But if you say, my Catwoman is better than so-and-so cosplay, then I don't agree with you saying that. Because I don't know how much effort or they put into that or whatever they did to get it. It shouldn't. The problem is it's turned into a contest, and it's kind of like a looping around thing that we're talking about. This body image and these different things that are happening because they all go into each other. People treat this community as it's like a contest, but everybody comes to cons for different reasons. They not all there to have somebody judging them and talking shit about them when they dress up as something.
And actually, more than likely, they're coming to not have someone judge them and talk about them when they're dressing up. They're coming to have to be part of an accepting community, and there are so many people getting in the community that are so against acceptance, and it's ridiculous. It's just, it's not conducive to like positive. It's like not conducive to the positivity that a lot of people are wanting in this community, and so many people are just ready to pounce on somebody else because they don't match up to what they think they should. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's like that in all different types of communities. It's like that. I have some friends that are part of Lolita community, and they have people that are, you didn't buy your dress or your petticoat or your shoes from here, and you look awful like that, and your skin isn't pale enough, and blah, 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 blah. Whatever it may be. I mean, because there's just people in everything.
Yeah. And it's just like...
It's people like that in the mer community. For people that do mermaiding, that wear tails. Because me and my friend just got through that and went on to that. And then you got people choosing sides and talking shit about a person. And it may not even be the case or be reality. But when you find people that are so gullible to jump on a bandwagon and hate some person or be jealous of some person or talk shit about somebody, then that person ain't worth being friends with outside of the cosplay community. You probably wouldn't want to hang out with them or whatever community you're in, because I'm not going to judge and say that I don't like a person because I don't know you until I meet you at a con and you show that you're not a nice person. I can't assume that you are. But sometimes when I see a person that has a lot of likes as I try not to think that way, but I think maybe I don't know if they're going to be a prima donna or if they're going to be, a nice person. And there's a lot of people who get a bad rap because they're cause famous. But some of these people actually literally went to design school and they want to design costumes for movies, and they also design costumes and they're in the industry because they really want to make a career out of it, but they enjoy doing it as a hobby too. And they may be famous because they're trying to get themselves out there because they do want a studio to see their armor or their props they're making, because eventually they might want to sell it and actually want to do that as a living. And people may be talking about them, but some of those people are nice and a lot of them aren't. But that's the reality with any person you don't know. They could be nice or they could be mean. And I know a variety of them all the way around in between that aren't necessarily nice or mean or whatever, but I never actually, say anything or talk about it, and that's why I never mention names. When somebody tries to get me to talk about a cosplayer on their thing, I never say anything. I just say I have no comments. I'm not going to talk about her. She may very well be a bitch, but it ain't my place to say that she is or isn't. But I don't know.
I mean, there was actually an incident that happened a few months ago where 3 or 4 cosplayers, I'm not going to name names, but I mean, like 3 or 4 of these cosplayers I followed, and it's just like, they said that about this cosplayer and this cosplayer, and it's just like,
I know which incident you're talking about, and I'm not gonna bring it up either, but I know because if it's that huge list thing that was up there, where my name was also mentioned in it, I know about it.
You know what? I actually saw that. I just remembered that. Yeah, you were actually in that. And it was just a big mess. And a lot of people were like, I'll say some people were forgiving of that, but a lot of people were like, people including myself, I was like, nope. Like I actually was.
Well, I've actually met some of these people in person, and I ain't gonna say nothing about them because I ain't gonna badmouth people. But I don't think anybody should be talking shit about anybody. And I don't think anybody should have been sitting there saying that I screenshotted it, because I didn't. I wasn't even in the chat. I don't give a shit what these people do outside of cosplay. It ain't affecting my life one way or another. If you nice when I see you at a con, then I'll be cordial with you. But I don't go out of my way to talk about people. So you ain't going to never hear me saying no rumors about a person. But some people in the things are not who they come off or seem to be, and that's the reality. But that's in anything. But if they aren't, they aren't, and that's the way I'm gonna leave it hanging. But I did see that, and it was tacky and it was foul, because you would think. But some of these people also, I have to think about the perspective of the way I look at stuff. I'm 30, and some of these people are younger. They're in their early 20s, so they may not have the maturity or the tact, or maybe. Some of them are older that was involved too, probably.
Right.
But for myself, I just couldn't see myself getting on the internet doing that. For what purpose? Like, why?
Right.
I'm like, you. And then the reason that it probably wasn't a lot of stuff said about me is because there's nothing to really say about me.
Right.
And people are like, well, you didn't get upset and comment or say anything back. No, because if I see the person in person, I'm gonna go up to them and tell them to keep my fucking name out their mouth. Bottom line.
Put some respect on your name.
I don't have to do it on the internet. I could just go do it in person, but I wouldn't even do that because I don't want to ruin my con. I try to be cordial with everybody because you have to see these people, and that's one of the things about these communities. When you get involved, like, I don't care if people badmouth me. But if they bad mouthing me, at least make sure the rumor you coming up with is true. you know?
Yeah. And I kind of like the people that were mentioned. I noticed pretty much only one person said something, and it was other than that was it. Like anybody else that was mentioned said nothing, and I mean nothing. And I was just like, I just kind of gained more respect for y'all because of it, because it was like, there was so much that could have been said, but y'all didn't say nothing. You know what? Good job.
I wouldn't do it anyway, because like, not that they're monitoring it, but I'm going to school to be a social worker, so I tend to not want to do things that I know may come back to be biting me in the butt when somebody says it. So I just don't put nothing out there because anything could be turned around. And I have my opinion about people doing this or bullying or talking about people. It's just, if I don't find it important, I'm not going to say anything. And it wasn't important to me, honestly.
Right, and one thing is, a lot of people tend to put their opinions on the internet and like put there's just like, if they want to rant, they could have said it just out loud instead of just posting it online and just making a big post about it. But some people decide, hey, I'm going to rant to everybody on the internet and ruin my reputation with this rant right here. But they don't think about that second part. But after they do, it's like, oh.
And some people just don't care. They really don't. They just don't care, and that's part of it too. And if they don't care, they're not gonna say anything. They don't care about saving face or whatever they trying to do. But I feel like if you're a presence in some communities, you should try to be a positive presence. And that's what I try to do. The whole point of me being a cosplayer really ain't even to be famous and have all these people like my stuff. If they come to my page, they do. If they don't, it's really to inspire other people, because I know how it is to be the underdog. I want to see other minorities, skinny, not skinny, fat, cross-dressers, all of those people that are not considered to be the beautiful top of the line cosplayers. I want them to be inspired when they come to my page and say, I'm dressing up. I was afraid to dress up because I thought people was going to make fun of me. But then you come out and you don't care how people feel, and that makes me feel better.
Right.
So that's my whole point, is to inspire people to get up and put on a costume, because I know how it is to be bullied and not be the popular person and have people doing and saying messed up stuff to you. So it ain't for me to be like, oh, she's famous now, she should do this. I mean, and I'm not gonna lie, I do know a lot of the famous cosplayers. I'm friends with them.
Yeah.
I knew some of them before they were somebody special. But they're somebody special anyway, regardless of whether they're a cosplayer or not, because these people have regular lives and have problems. And I think that's part of the thing that we need to talk about, is how people get obsessed with things and they fantasize and they make it completely different from the reality. Because I noticed that's one of the things for people who are into anime, is that what they think they see in like the anime is what they think Japan is like, and it's not at all. It's like romanticized.
Yes.
And I think that's what people do with cosplayers. They don't know these people work 5 jobs. That they work 5 jobs and they struggling to make their costumes and make ends meet, and they have family members who are sick in the hospital, and they just people. And just like celebrities are people who make more money than we do.
Yeah, and when you like there's a lot of pages that, like, one, for example, J Justice. A lot of people don't know that she has a disability, and it's one of those disabilities where if you don't see her struggling with that disability, you won't know she has it. Mm-hmm. And like there was like a few months ago where she kind of said, I don't want to really tell you what, like she didn't really discuss what her disability was, but she needed help because she's like, I'm struggling right now because my mobility scooter just went out. Can y'all help me? And the community just came together and said, you know what, we got you. And there are some people that were like, wait, but we see you walking around all the time. Why do you need a mobility scooter?
Well, she actually had a discussion about it on her thing because I used to follow her. And she puts her cane out of the shot of the photos because she talked about it herself on the thing. She didn't mention it, she didn't explain it, but most of the time she has a cane off to the side where you can't see it, or she'll make a staff to hold with the characters so she can use the staff a way to do stuff. And so, yeah, I mean, that's a good reason to ask people to help you with something, but, I don't even even have which brings up another thing is I don't have a issue with people selling prints as long as they're selling something. But